And apparently Opponents just doing a really funny joke that unfortunately we cannot share, but we're gonna see
He didn't like the joke.
No, he did not. It might have been because he just lost the game. Actually, they lost 2 games in a row.
He was probably just making wolf noises.
It could have been. Now we saw an amazing Sand King from Funnick. He played it yesterday as well, in a game against Virtus.pro as well, and they won that game. I think Na'Vi might have found the kryptonite of Virtus.pro. Run at them and kill them?
Yes, pretty good, especially when they have, like, I think for this to work, they needed FNG to have a Blink Dagger. Like, they needed him to set up the fissures, completely block off the Havos just charging at them, but he couldn't do it.
They also needed a better laning stage. Like, they didn't get enough out of the Drow. When you play Drow Visage, it's kind of a volatile strategy where if you get run over in the lanes, it can get really difficult. If you just draw in the lanes, you look like really strong at around minute 15 to 20. But they fell behind really early. Na'Vi carried on the momentum, and like you said, Funnick, strong performance in Sand King again. Might be worth considering to remove as like a 5th hero, perhaps, in the last game.
Yeah, the control in all the fights was really strong. We had people coming back and forth and just being so conscious about their positioning as well. And speaking of positioning, we can see that extra well on the drawing board that can draw with Chainalytics.
Welcome to the drawing board.
Just the board.
Just the board, okay. Let's have a look at this team play. Yeah, we're trying to draw on it, it's not really working. Okay, so the thing here is Funnick destroying G before he gets his mechanism off, basically.
He actually missed his epicenter.
Yeah, he does.
They didn't even need it.
No, he thought, I'll take it easy on them this fight. Okay, Havos is on like 30% life, but still manages to basically just run down all
Gets
of the
glimmer caped as well by his teammate.
It's like this Winter ulti as well completely stops. Like, I don't know what they were gonna do, but it stops what they were trying to do. You know what I mean? Like,
Havos is still on the same amount of life as we saw him just a moment ago, and he's still running around killing people as well.
Like, I think once Na'Vi take the offensive, there's no way for VP to do anything.
The really big problem in that situation is that Shadow Fiend is so far out of position that when he gets jumped by the Sand King, they don't have a fissure available for the Lesh. Because then they can actually disengage that with the
They use it
not
right at the start to try and kind of push him.
So, yeah, jumping the Shadow Fiend and killing him off immediately. If he does get like just a couple of races off, gets the mech off, like maybe a Requiem, they can obviously win a fight like that, but Krost ends up getting an ultra kill and taking a lot of gold and a tower away from that fight.
Lumi, we're at a match point. I'm going to give everybody the chance to, you know, pedal back on their predictions and make a new predictions now that we've seen both teams win 2 games. Do you want to pedal back? You said that Na'Vi
I said 3-1 Na'Vi, which
3-1 Na'Vi. Do you want to pedal back?
I guess 3-2 Na'Vi.
You have a second chance. What do you expect and why?
3-2 Na'Vi, but one thing I want to talk about draft a bit. I feel like drafting heroes that could deal with BKB is going to be important. It feels like every game you have at least 4 BKBs. 1 on the mid hero, 1 on the carry hero, so 2 on each side. So I think Winter Riven is powerful for one of the few supports I could deal with BKB. What are other supports I could
Bane,
do?
Enigma.
Bane, I guess you could have Shadow Demon slowing hero down, but the core is Beastmaster, surprisingly unpicked, untouched. What are some other cores maybe I could deal with BKB carrier? Like LC, but not exactly commonly picked. Clockwork, sort of. I just feel that every game Andy's asking, okay, there's a BKB Lycan or a BKB hero running at your supports, what do you do? I feel like
the Puck Ags was a good shout, to be honest.
Yeah.
They were just too far behind.
Yeah,
when he got it,
worked.
the only coil he dropped was on the ground. So.
I really want to hear you talk more about the draft, but I also really just want to see the draft. 3-2 Na'Vi?
3-2 VP.
3-2 VP. Okay, we got our record straight. I'm going to stick to 3-2 Na'Vi. We're going to find out, though. It is time for the final game. It is Na'Vi versus Virtus.pro. We're going to find out who will be the champion.